Attention please. The content of this channel is okay for children ages 13 and up. As a fellow parent, what you allow your children to consume is still up to your discretion. And with that said, let's get back to our scheduled program.
I've generally had little to no knowledge of Impactor. I didn't realize his significance as a character, and even more confusing to me was the fact that he was a G1 character, but wasn't in any cartoons that I watched as a kid, and I ain't never seen no Impactor toy. So what gives? How was he a G1 character? First, let's talk about how this guy popped up on my radar. You may be new here, so to bring you up to speed, I mentioned in a prior video while talking about Studio Series 86 Springer sent me down a rabbit hole because of this hammer. The wreckers, whom I've literally never heard of before.
Left in the tooling, and Hisui-san was like, what if we gave him like a wrecker hammer?
I had so many questions after the Hasbro reveal for Studio Series 86 Springer. What is a wrecker? Oh, Springer was the leader of the wreckers, but he wasn't the original leader of the wreckers. Okay, Impactor was the leader of the wreckers. The Decepticon from War for Cybertron was the leader of the wreckers? This is so confusing. So, let's run that back. Impactor originally appeared in the Transformers Marvel comic book that released in the UK in 1986, specifically in issue number 83 called Cybertron: The Middle Years, according to the TF Wiki, so don't take my word as gospel. Just a fair warning, trying to explain this character is a complete ADHD sensory overload, so I'm just going to try to focus on Impactor for the most part. So boom, 1986, comics, wreckers form, spoilers, gets killed by a Decepticon named Macabri by foiling an assassination attempt on Emirate Zaron. Right out of the gate, Impactor got cooked. In 2005, our boy got the rebrand of a lifetime in Last Stand of the Wreckers, a miniseries from IDW Publishing. So boom, still don't know Impactor, haven't seen an Impactor toy.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
In 2020, IDW released a miniseries called Transformers 84, and our boy Impactor appeared in issue number 2, Secrets and Lies. Impactor also received the nickname Kill-A-Ton because he killed a ton. Ha ha. Get it? Then he ended up encountering a baddie from the multiverse that had a weapon for a hand, and just like many of us who have made bad tattoo decisions because we saw someone else with one, he thought it would be rad to get rid of his right hand and make it into a harpoon weapon. So there's that explanation. Thankfully, this toy, he still actually has a hand. Let's reel this in, shall we? First toy, 2013 Generations line. This is what the kids like to call Chug. Even though whatever toy came out did not look like any known iteration of the character, that's what you got. Second toy, 2016 Combiner Wars, reduced to a leg, mail order only. You're not allowed to say anything bad about Combiner Wars toys. Those folks are like Empire Strikes Back is the only Star Wars that matters fans. The figure was trash, by the way. Now this is where things get really confusing, but trying to talk about Rooster Teeth's Netflix Transformers War for Cybertron series is like exchanging emails and text messages with Pete Hegseth. You're gonna have the man come for you. You can't clip, share, reproduce, fair use a damn thing on Netflix without doing so illegally. Quotations. He's a Decepticon.
Enough! You don't command me, Prime.
Bitch, you weren't with me shooting in the gym?
Like Megatron and me.
Megatron was his co-slave buddy in the Energon mines back in the day. He's a poorly written villain that obviously is going to become a redeemable character, but not quite an Autobot. Nothing more noble than being licensed out of obscurity and conveniently being disposed of at the end of the trilogy's first part. I will say, at least I'm thankful for all these banger-ass toys. Figure stats. This particular figure, Hasbro ID WFC-S56, released in 2019 as a deluxe class figure. Impactor stands at 6 inches tall, which is apparently rare for a deluxe class figure. Normally they're about like 5 to 5.5 inches. Impactor comes with an HP Energon Mine Blaster rifle and a trilithium drill harpoon. My particular figure was part of an Amazon exclusive 3-pack and a retool of WFC-S42. In total, this figure has 4 variations, not including its use for Frankentron. The original release was in 2019, Hasbro ID WFC-S42 and SG-36 for Takara. The figure that we're covering in this video, WFC-15, which was a Walmart exclusive and has the worst repaint of them all. And lastly, the Wreck and Roll Collection 2-pack that was an Amazon exclusive. This figure was decently retooled to resemble the G1 UK Marvel Impactor, hence the change to the head sculpt and the chest. Which one of these are y'all rocking with? Now upgrade kits, let's go ahead and talk about that. While not an upgrade, this figure had a Decepticon insignia on it. All the other variations of this figure have a purple Autobot insignia. Thankfully, that was removed by the original owner on my copy. This figure features the Go Better GX-05 upgrade kit, which includes gap fillers for the shoulders, back, legs, leg treads, and arms, an upgraded shoulder cannon that resembles his IDW shoulder cannon, and 2 leg armor pieces I actually really like. Which segues us into our next section, what I like about the figure. This was probably one of my most researched purchases. I originally saw a shot of the Wreckers from TF Fan 1978 on IG. That set me down a Wreckers rabbit hole. This one by far has the coolest looking head sculpt. The original wasn't Netflix accurate because in the show he has a Decepticon insignia and that figure has an Autobot one that is purple. I really dislike that this one was actually a Decepticon. The Walmart version that was released is the cheapest out of the bunch to get secondhand, but is also the worst looking one. And the final one from the Wreck and Rule series, something about the G1 head sculpt just didn't match the rest of the figure's aesthetic. And its colors were off for me, and that just kept bringing me back to this figure. Let me channel my scatterbrain and get to the point. This figure has the best paint apps, and the Lakers accurate purple and gold just felt familiar to me as an LA native. I really love this head sculpt. He looks like a Spartan warrior, and this figure embodies that whole kiloton nickname. I didn't realize the upgrade kit was absolutely putting this figure ahead of the other 3 variants visually. I just thought the shoulder cannon was changed. And actually having and handling this figure, you could tell the original owner really loved the character and took care of it. Small things like that make me appreciate buying secondhand Transformers a lot more than buying someone's dead stock. And that'll take us to our next section, cost and value. I picked up this piece for $65. Taxes, shipping, and eBay fees put me at $79.53 in total. And that's probably why I spent so much time researching the differences, because I couldn't fathom why the hell a deluxe figure was selling for $65 versus an average of $10 to $40 on the secondhand market. But I get it now. Takes us to our next section, things I don't like about this figure. And the only thing I don't like about this figure was removed. I'm not someone who complains about hollow plastic, but I have to say the upgrade kit really takes a financial entry level to a semi-premium level for this guy. And my final thoughts. I'm glad that this figure took me down the journey that it did. I've never read or was interested in Transformers comics. And learning that there's this multi-region multiverse that in some weird way is canon in a sense, depending on who you ask. I think that's really cool. It's one of the things that currently has me interested in the Age of the Prime lines. Just the unknown and the potential to add breadth to the rich depth of Transformers as I know them. It's a shame what Netflix did with the character, because I think that really dumbs down how Impactor was known as a leader, a warrior, and a mentor, and how they could have explored those things instead of making him Ratchet's plot armor. Hopefully you learned something from today's video, and also I strongly urge everyone to not take my word as gospel, to do your own research. So if you made it to this point of the video, I just want to say thank you very much, and I appreciate your support. If you like the contents of today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to continue seeing videos like this, please drop a subscribe. I have plenty of figures that I own I'd love to talk about on this channel, and also kind of just share the knowledge that I'm learning about a lot of them with you. So hopefully I'll see you again soon. Peace out.